The movie begins in the heart of a clandestine world, where FBI agent Beckett, a skilled sniper with an unparalleled reputation, finds himself entangled in a web of deceit and betrayal. As the narrative unfolds, we witness Beckett meticulously tracking the shadowy activities of FBI head Harvey Cusimano. Little does the agency know that Beckett's pursuit is not an official mission but a covert operation conducted alongside his enigmatic partner, Zero. Zero, Beckett's former ally within the FBI, has been gathering intelligence on a shocking revelation, a sinister enterprise orchestrated by none other than the renowned women's rights activist, Laura Lake. Publicly celebrated for her advocacy against human trafficking, Laura is, in fact, the mastermind behind a lucrative underground network of prostitution and exploitation. We discover Laura is scheduled to rendezvous with Commander Harvey, the very head of the FBI. Their secret meeting aims to solidify their unholy alliance in the despicable business of trafficking and prostitution, a malevolent scheme that has persisted for far too long. Amidst the seedy underbelly of Laura's empire, in a brothel run by her henchmen, young women are forced to showcase their vulnerability on an adult video platform. Laura, orchestrating the sinister symphony, assigns her guards a chilling task: to extinguish the lives of these innocent souls before the imminent arrival of the FBI. In this bleak setting, a ray of hope emerges in the form of Simon, a young man who has fallen deeply in love with one of the girls, Mary. Driven by an unwavering determination to rescue her, Simon urges Mary to escape the clutches of this hellish place. However, in the chaos of the moment, he lacks the time to offer a full explanation, compelling her to flee to safety. Armed only with a mysterious phone number slipped into her jacket by Simon, Mary clings to the promise of a lifeline. On the opposite side of the building, Beckett remains steadfast in his surveillance of Laura and Harvey. The duo, engaged in a clandestine meeting, discuss their illicit business. Harvey, the cunning coordinator, ensures the seamless operation of Laura's criminal enterprise, shielding her from the prying eyes of law enforcement. As the minutes tick away, a chilling directive echoes through the brothel. Gilly, a ruthless bodyguard, orders his team to prepare for a massacre before the arrival of FBI Special Operations. Armed to the teeth, they unleash a barrage of bullets, snuffing out the lives of these unfortunate women, witnesses to the heinous crimes committed over the years. In a desperate attempt to escape the bloodshed, some girls make a futile bid for freedom. However, none survive the onslaught. Gilly and his cohorts, realizing one girl is missing, embark on a frantic search through the rooms. Failing to locate her, they hastily retreat, aware that the FBI will descend upon the site within the next 30 minutes. After the mob's gruesome departure, a rescue squad from the FBI Special Forces descends upon the site, only to discover a haunting scene: all the girls in the vicinity are ruthlessly murdered. However, there is a glimmer of success as Beckett manages to apprehend Commander Harvey just as he is attempting to slip away from the hotel where he had clandestinely met with Laura. The next day at the U.S. Embassy in London, tension escalates when Vice Chairman of the FBI, Stone, scolds Beckett for arresting Commander Harvey without a warrant and for conducting an unofficial reconnaissance operation. Stone sternly labels Beckett's actions as reckless, emphasizing the absence of strong evidence to justify the arrest. Beckett, undeterred, passionately explains that Harvey had been colluding with the criminal mastermind Laura Lake to run a human trafficking ring against American girls. Stone, upon hearing Laura Lake's name, vehemently denies the allegations, asserting Laura is a dedicated activist actively campaigning against trafficking in America. Beckett persists, painting Laura as a villain driven by greed, exploiting young girls for profit. He reveals that Laura had been smuggling young American girls into London with Harvey's assistance, who, as the head of the American Border Patrol, had the authority to ensure their safe passage without arousing suspicion from London border security officers. Furthermore, Beckett reveals that Harvey had leaked information about the FBI rescue team's prostitution arrest operation, allowing Laura and her team to eliminate the girls as witnesses. This revelation explains the failure of the FBI's arrest operation, leaving only the tragic aftermath. Beckett clarifies that all this intelligence came from his colleague Zero, who had urged him to monitor Harvey's suspicious activities. Harvey, having been released from FBI custody, enters Stone's office to provide his side of the story. He claims Beckett had misconstrued his intentions and that he had been attempting to gather evidence against Laura. Harvey goes on to reveal the shocking discovery of Laura's lifeless body in the hotel room, a grim testament to the unexpected turn of events. Faced with Harvey's persuasive explanation and the evidence he submitted, Stone, begrudgingly trusting Harvey's words, demands an apology from Beckett for the unlawful arrest. Both Beckett and Zero are to face consequences. Zero would be dismissed from the FBI, while Beckett would be suspended for several weeks. In the hidden lair of the mob, Dex, the enigmatic mobster head, receives word from his men that the escaped girl is currently at the police station, awaiting pickup by an FBI agent. Recognizing the threat, Dex swiftly orders his henchmen to eliminate the girl. Two ruthless mobsters race to the police station, positioning themselves strategically in a building opposite, preparing to carry out their deadly mission. Meanwhile, Gilly, the mob's skilled sniper, aims his weapon at the police station window, patiently waiting for the opportune moment. Unbeknownst to him, Zero, unaware of his dismissal from the FBI, arrives at the police station to pick up Mary. An FBI agent himself, Zero inquires about Harvey, but the police, unable to identify his erased FBI identity, deny him custody. Confused, Mary approaches the window, unwittingly becoming a target for Gilly's lethal aim. Just as Gilly prepares to fire, Mary spots a piece of paper on the floor bearing Simon's name. Instinctively, she picks it up, causing Gilly's shot to miss its mark and hit a police officer instead. Seizing the chaos, Zero whisks Mary away, managing to escape the police station and board his car, narrowly avoiding Gilly's subsequent shots. Meanwhile, at a park meeting between Stone and Beckett, trust is restored. Stone believes Beckett's claims but hesitates to involve him in more significant operations. He reveals previous attempts to arrest Harvey by other FBI agents had failed due to Harvey's wealth and influence. Stone implores Beckett and Zero to proceed with a secret operation to capture Harvey and his accomplice, Laura. Back at the mob base, Gilly and the failed assassins confess their inability to kill Mary to Dex. Angered by the potential information leak, Dex realizes the gravity of the situation. Simultaneously, Zero takes Mary to rest in his ex-wife's house, deeming it a safe haven. Beckett joins them to discuss their next steps, acknowledging their dormant official status as state security officers. Undeterred and fueled by determination, they aim to expose the criminal practices of Harvey and Laura. Despite their strained history, Beckett and Zero decide to seek help from their old colleague, Lady Death, who has expertise in the criminal underworld. Now working as a waiter in a cafe, Lady Death holds valuable information that could unravel the extensive criminal network. Beckett and Zero know they need her assistance to bring justice to the countless victims. Amidst the aftermath of the cancelled mission, Lady Death, weary of the life of an agent, yearns for a peaceful existence, far from the chaos of war and murder. However, when she discovers Beckett's presence at her cafe, her instincts kick in, and she swiftly enlists the help of her colleague, Pete, to guide Beckett somewhere safe. When Beckett enters a quiet alley, Lady Death, fearing an attack, ambushes him. Thinking Beckett is there to kill her, she launches a sudden assault. Despite his attempts to explain his need for help, a brief but intense fight ensues until Zero and Mary intervene, putting an end to the confrontation. In Lady Death's apartment, they reveal their plan for an arrest mission against a notorious human trafficking syndicate, led by a corrupt FBI chief collaborating with the criminal Laura Lake. Initially hesitant to get involved, Lady Death changes her mind upon learning that the victims were orphan girls who were promised a reunion with their parents in America. Instead, they were smuggled into London and forced into a life of slavery and prostitution. Touched by the plight of these innocent girls, Lady Death agrees to join the mission. Zero instructs Mary to contact Simon, who had aided her escape, to gather information about the human smuggling operation. To maintain secrecy, they seek the help of Pete, a talented hacker. However, a call from Mary to Simon is intercepted by a mob member, leading Dex to move an elaborate scheme to capture and kill Mary. As Zero, Beckett, and the team prepare to protect Mary during her meeting with Simon, Stone and his team initiate their own pursuit. In the evening, Stone confronts Harvey about the fake death report of Laura. Promising to expose their crimes, Stone challenges Harvey to face the investigation. Meanwhile, Mary informs Beckett and Zero about Simon's call, raising suspicions that the Mafia gang might be planning to harm her. The team, including Gilly with his sniper rifle, position themselves strategically. However, Dex, considering Simon a traitor, has him killed. As Mary and Lady Death arrive at the coffee shop for the meeting, confusion looms, and chaos erupts when shots are fired. Mary seeks refuge, and Lady Death engages in a fierce battle against Dex's men. Gilly, positioned on the roof, and Beckett, in the top floor room, struggle to locate the hidden enemies. The tense situation heightens as they encounter unforeseen challenges. Dex, irritated by Gildy's missed shots, descends to directly pursue Mary. Simultaneously, Zero ascends to the roof and encounters Dex in the elevator. A fierce struggle ensues, culminating in Zero's triumphant victory over Dex, setting the stage for what is to come. Beckett adeptly thwarts Dex's men, freeing Mary from their grasp. Back at Lady Death's apartment, they convene to analyze the information from Dex's phone, uncovering a crucial detail: the remaining girls would be arriving in a container in a few days. With the port location identified, the team, armed with a strategic plan and weaponry, hastens to the port of Philadelphia, the site of the impending human smuggling operation. Upon arrival at the harbor, The team swiftly locates the mobsters overseeing the illegal process. While conducting reconnaissance, Stone covertly infiltrates Harvey's house, searching for evidence to expose his crimes. In a heated confrontation, he discovers a forged document that Harvey had used to fabricate Laura's death. Meanwhile, Lady Death showcases her impressive skills, incapacitating members of the trafficking mob at the port. Beckett and Zero engage in battles with other mob members. Gildy, positioned on top of a ship ready to strike Beckett, is intercepted by Zero before any harm is done. With all mob members subdued, they promptly contacted the authorities to rescue the captive girls. Simultaneously, Stone informs Beckett that Laura is likely in America, potentially among the captives. It is then revealed that Laura, cunningly pretending to be a victim, has escaped. Mary cleverly gives her a ride, seizing the opportunity to eliminate Laura. The following day, Stone, content with resolving the long-standing trafficking case, begins drafting his retirement letter at the FBI. Beckett, Zero, and Lady Death are officially appointed as FBI Special Forces agents, recognized for their role in exposing the corrupt FBI leaders.